Good afternoon. Hello, hi. Good to see you again. Nice to see everyone. So as people are still joining, let's start by holding our middle finger. Today, we're working with our third cycle of energy, which we call the third depth. And in Jin Shin, we're working with cycles of energy as the energy goes deeper into the body, from the first depth, the outside layer, to our skin surface, to the next layer, the deeper skin, our second depth, and then the next layer is the third depth, or its function is blood. That's our third cycle of energy. And the middle finger harmonizes our third depth. So to harmonize that, great for any blood conditions. I say in the comments, from the eyes to the feet. So this flow helps from the eyes to the feet. And within the third depth, we have the liver flow and the gallbladder flow. So today I wanted to practice with you the liver flow. And yes, if you're just joining, hello, you can just hold your middle finger to start. Welcome back. And the middle finger is just powerful, and you can hold this, anytime, and it harmonizes the liver flow, the gallbladder flow, our blood, fatigue in the body, and also it's in the middle. So it connects us to the larger source energy. It harmonizes our little source energy, the body. The liver flow is the blueprint in the order of creation. So for those of you who've been studying for a while, the order of creation is how we are moving from formless into form. And so the liver flow is the blueprint, and then it goes into, the manifesting of the bodies and the energy, and it's then the last one to be manifest, the liver flow. So it's a powerful one. The liver flow harmonizes the eyes and it harmonizes the feet. So it really helps us from head to toe. And it's really nice flow because we're holding the four. And so I'm inviting you now to start holding your four, which is at the base of the skull. I'll just turn around so you can see it. So it's right in here. And you may feel that one is tighter than the other. And you can drop your elbows and make yourself comfortable. Now, if you're doing this flow lying down, it's really comfortable because then you use the gravity of your head. You just let it lie on your hands. And so then you naturally have the weight of your head on your hand. So that's a really nice way to do it. But for now, you can just drop your arm, or like Alicia, she's leaning on something. That's also really nice. So it's very important that the fours are open because that's our energy into the head. And if the fours are not open, then, if somebody has a stroke or if somebody is dizzy or something like that, it means that there's something going on with one of these two fours, location number 4. So if you have found which side you like to stay on, then take the other hand off and you can place it on the opposite 22 here. And so this is the first step of the flow. And if you're holding the right 4, you're practicing the right adjustment, and you're actually helping the left side of the throat. Okay, so this first hold is dynamic for throat projects, anything in the throat. The 4 allows for energy to move up into the head. And then it's important because with 22, we allow for the energy to go down. And so you have this energy going up into the head and then energy descending down from here. And so this first hold is important for somebody who is prone to have stroke conditions or dizziness or something like that. So right here, this is an ascending flow. Wow, I see Balak is joining. Welcome. It's a very old friend. Um, so it's nice to see you. Anyway, like I said, the liver flow is an ascending flow, which means that the energy moves up from the toes. It starts in the big toe and then moves up on the inside of the leg and then crosses to the opposite side of the body. So it helps energy to ascend. But when you're looking at the location, it also helps energy to descend, right? By holding the 22. And we're actually moving down with this flow. We're moving our hand down. So let's just take another breath here. Since I've been talking a lot, I hope you're breathing nicely. That's always a given and the most important. Even if I just start yapping a lot, just making sure that you are breathing at all times. That's the most important of this whole practice. Even if you're just holding that middle finger, you're getting the energy of the liver flow to move and the energy of the gallbladder flow to move. But if you're not breathing, then the energy will not move. So that's number one. 22 is important because it helps us to adapt to wherever we are, emotionally, spiritually, physically. So if you travel a lot, I'll be flying back to New York tomorrow. So this is it's important that the 22s are open, first of all, because the air on the airplane is not always so fresh, but also to adjust again to new country and new everything. So 22 helps us to adapt and adjust to new situations. And then we'll move the hand down to the 14. So from 22, we'll move it to 14. So liver flow is very easy to practice on yourself. It's in the art of Jin Shin, and it's also in the core. The liver flow, every flow peaks at a certain time, and the liver flow peaks between 2 and 4 in the morning a.m. So if you are a person who wakes up every night at 3, like bloop, and you're up, and then you can't sleep for an hour or two, that's the liver flow talking. And you can give yourself a liver flow before you fall asleep. I hope that makes sense, that concept. So if something happens every day at a certain time, we want to see which flow peaks at that time. And then we can work on that and understand it. Or you can hold your middle finger before you go to sleep. If your hand gets tired, maybe you can drop it a little bit more to the front or, yeah. Again, if you're lying down, it's very comfortable to stay there the whole time. But we want you to be comfortable at all times. So if it's too tiring, you can place it on your 11, you know. 14 harmonizes our digestive system, this one here. And this is a great flow for, I'm reading from some notes that I have. It's a great flow for Parkinson's conditions, sight, for the eyes, for the feet, for stiff neck, fatigue in the body, speech development, and also the smooth movement of the body. So it's good for tendons and ligaments. Also good if you have weak fingernails, and if your body bruises easily, then the liver flow can be important. And then we take our hand off the 14 and let's move it to the 1 here, which is here on the inside of the knee. And if you look at the way the liver flow moves through the body, and I can show it to you. I don't know if you can see the lines here. You see that it goes through the chest and through the throat, and it goes through the knees, the inside of the knee. So it can also be important for knee projects. If you have a knee project right here, on the knee, right here, it could be liver related. So understanding your flows is helpful, because then we know how it moves. And if you have a project in a certain area of your body, you can see which energy pathway moves through it. And then the next step is holding your location number 5, which is, if you can't reach it, then please stay. But if you can reach it, it's right here on the ankle bone, but right below. There's the ankle bone and it's right below. So I like to sit in figure 4, you know, crossing my leg, and then you can place your hand here. But if you can't reach it, then just stay on the 1, on the same line as the 5. Okay, that's fine if you can't reach it. So we're on the 5. So we'll just stay here for a minute. And the 5 is important because it helps to regenerate the energy in the body. When we have low energy, then probably your 5 is blocked. So we're working on the level of the energy flow, and we're also working on the level of the locations itself, right? Because there are different flows that move through the 5. By the way, if you're new to this art, I'm saying a lot of things, and for students who've been practicing, they understand it. But if you'll learn more and more, and you'll hear, oh, you know, now I hear this. So whatever you hear, absorb it, and whatever you don't hear, just let it go. This is an art, and it takes time to understand it from all the different aspects. And then let's take our hand from the 5 and we'll move it to 18. So 18 is located right here. And 18 is very, very calming for the mind. So it's good if you have a hard time falling asleep to hold to 18. It's very calming. And then the last hold is we'll just move our hand over to the other 4. So you can come around like this or just slide it over from here to the other side. And so this is, like I said, great for eyes. And so if you're practicing the right side, you're helping the right eye, okay? Yeah, but it's interesting because the 4 helps the opposite eye. But so if you know, there's this nerve, the optic nerve, that crosses from the back of the head to the opposite eye. So for that reason, the opposite 4 would help. But if you think of it, that the energy moves up the back and then down the front, the same side 4 can also help the eye. So let's just hold, do another hold for the eyes. And we'll hold the other 4, or hold the 4 that you feel is in need, and then the opposite 21. So now I'm helping the eye that's on this side of the cheekbone. Okay, so now it's the opposite 4. The opposite 4, this one, helps this eye. So that's a quick hold. So nothing also, that's the other difficult thing with Jin Shin, nothing is absolute. It's not that always this 4 helps the opposite eye or the same side. It depends how you look on it. And that's what takes some time to understand it. But whatever feels good for you is always right, because we innately know where to go. So just hold the other side for a moment and then observe which one feels more comfortable for you. And so we learn about ourselves. What does it mean if this side feels more comfortable for us or the other side? So you may have started on this, doing the first step like this way. And now you may feel that the other side is actually tighter, even though when you started like this for a reason. This was more tight, but now it's actually the other side. So it's all about balancing the energy in the body. And that's why we get out of balance, because one side goes faster than the other. And so jinshin will harmonize that. It will bring right and left side together, balancing the right and the left side of the body. So let's do a quick main center source to end up. Yeah, we have a few more minutes, just briefly. Place your right hand on top of the head and the left hand between the eyebrows. And the main center source is really nice for every day, really. I like to do it in the morning, but some of you like to do it in the evening, and that's all good. And then we'll move the hand to the tip of the nose here, right underneath. Yeah. So you can stay with the location still, the pulse harmonizes, or you can move as soon as you feel a pulse. You can move to the next step, and then to the middle of the sternum, to the base of the sternum. And to the pubic bone. And then the last step is the right, this hand comes off and goes to the tailbone. Very nice. And so let's go back to holding our middle finger for a moment. So in these 16 minutes, we've done a lot. So you can practice, everybody's in a rush. We don't have that much time to work on ourselves. So we can do a lot in 15 minutes. We can do basically a full practice, which is great. So yeah, I'm going to stay a few more minutes here on the meetup group here. And to all of you on Facebook, thank you for joining, and I will see you soon. And stay tuned